guys, welcome back to Zmari Talks. I am your host, Zmari, and it is such an honor to be here with you. Today is a very special episode. I have one of my new good friends with me today, and I'm honestly very excited to you all know me, I like to mind people's business. But to dig into his story a little bit and get to know him a little bit more. No stranger to you, but introducing the song, Jah Misit.
Man, it's a pleasure to be.
Thank you so much for coming. Honestly, I truly appreciate you being here. And just everything that we've been doing as of late, it's like it's so special.
Yeah.
So I know that this is going to be the same, for others. But I don't know you that much. You're a new friend, so I don't know your history. I don't know your story. So if you could give me a fair idea of just who you are, background wise.
I was born and raised in Aruca,
Nice.
so the eastern part of Trinidad. I grew up at W. Pentecostal Church.
Okay.
Then we left at I think around 2017. And we
How
started.
old were you?
I was 15.
Okay.
Yeah, I was 15 at the time. We made a decision to leave. My mom and I made a decision to leave. And we would have gone to Theatre Assembly International, where I currently fellowship.
They got faith assembly on time.
They got prepared. It's been an amazing experience since. God has allowed a lot of opportunities, open a lot of doors, allowed me to meet a lot of people, work with a lot of people, really grow and experience more of his love, understand him more. So started worship leading when I was 14.
14.
14, yeah, 14,
Bro.
yeah, 14. So that's been 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now it's in you, right?
Yeah.
That's good.
It's been 10 years since I started leading worship. I started off as Jah Misit in 2016. He's allowed me to work with a lot of amazing people,
Prominent names.
prominent names. Been an amazing journey. There's been the highs, there's been the lows, but he has been constant through it all. So. Oh, and Jah Misit.
Good.
Jah Misit, yeah. We use Jah for God
Right.
in the Caribbean, and Misit is Latin for set.
Wow.
So it's God set. And it kind of ties in with Jonathan, which means gifts by God. A lot of people ask me, how I got the name. When I was ready to start doing ministry, I was like, Lord, I want him,
Okay.
and it was the weirdest thing. He directed me to Google Translate. Yeah, it was really strange. It was really strange. It worked out.
Good. I want to dig into that a little bit, but before we go there, what school did you go to?
Unto Trinity College East.
Oh my.
It's an amazing school.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What was your school culture there? I went in Francois. So our boys' school was QRC. QRC is known for their culture. But what was Trinity East culture like?
I would say they promoted leadership.
Okay.
Yeah, they really promoted leadership. I actually, believe it or not, I used to give trouble in Form 1.
I want to believe that so bad. I do.
Yeah, I used to give trouble in Form 1 and 2. In Form 3, my dean said, you're a leader. And from there, everything just skyrocketed.
Yeah.
So they really promote leadership. It's also very sports focused.
Okay.
I mean, not say sports, football.
Okay.
You're
football?
swimming as well.
Okay.
Kinda.
All right.
But more so swimming.
Okay.
Yeah, they're really sports oriented. I mean, of course, academically, they're very focused on that. But they really push leadership and push sports.
Right.
At the time, arts wasn't prominent, but there were few teachers that really encouraged it. So that created a path to those who wanted to take that road.
Right. So during that time, what was your extracurricular, or what would you have done for fun?
I would say mainly music.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't study it, that's when I didn't do it for CSEC. But I would have gone to the music teacher. He would have formed a little band, and he would he would encourage me, give me advice. And so I would say music mean.
Were you introduced to music very young?
Yes.
By who?
I
By who?
grew up I I grew up around music. My
Your mom?
mother's a worship leader
So she's a dancer and worship leader.
and a worship.
Okay.
What I know is from her.
Yeah. So my mom's a worship leader too, right?
Okay.
And there's this thing with like watching my mom worship that was so special to me. Like everybody else could have done it, but like my mom knew how to just capture a moment and see a moment, and she would just pour her heart out. Like, what was your experience watching your mom and growing up watching your mom worship, not just privately but publicly, and leading others into worship?
I would say that it was an amazing experience.
Yeah.
It still is, honestly,
Yeah.
to see the anointing that God has placed on her life.
Oh.
I'm talking about it and I'm feeling like, well,
Your
it
pause.
was reason, but
Yeah.
it's an amazing experience, and it made me want to not be lighter, but to live up to that standard.
Gotcha.
And I'm super super grateful for her,
Yeah.
because I mean, probably like a few years ago, she would have shared with me that her prayer for me was to be even greater than she was.
That's coming. Like, bro.
She's a writer. She
Lovely.
shared with me recently that her prayer was for me to write twice as much as she did.
Just remember these words that he's saying right now. Just remember, right? Go ahead.
It was amazing. I would say that there was some amount of pressure, but I think I would have placed it on myself.
Yep.
Because a lot of times we talk about PKs, we don't talk about the kids of those who are heavily involved in ministry.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Worship leaders, the dance leaders, even those on the worship team, we don't speak about their kids and the pressure that they may face. You know what I mean? So I feel as though there was a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Not that it was placed onto me,
Yeah.
but being the slight perfectionist that I am.
And you understand the mantle.
Correct.
Like if you see it and you understand it and you know it close up.
Yeah.
Like everybody gets to see it, but you know it close up.
Yeah.
And you know her story. You know what you went through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was definitely something that God used.
Yeah.
That the enemy could have taken a cheaper, but God turned it around and said, hey, yes, there's this pressure that you feel as though you have, but what about if you turn it into a standard?
Right.
But if you turn it into an internal expectation that you use to elevate yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what that was like, seeing her in open in public, and of course having that mom son relationship with her.
Yeah. At 14, coming into being your own worship leader, like how did you go into that? Was there a lot of fear? Was there silly pressure? Or was it that sometimes probably finally, in a sense, I get to express myself? Or was it I wanna handle this with care and concern? Like what was your coming into being a worship leader at 14?
So there were a lot of nerves, and I don't think I fully understood it at that age. I'm not saying that I didn't understand it at all, but I didn't fully understand the responsibility that came with. Of course, I was excited to sing and lead, and it was exciting, but it was also pretty nerve wracking. And I think as I got older, the nerves actually became a little more real, because the more I endured is the more I understood the responsibility of a worship leader.
Yeah.
So there were a few times where I would sing like one or two songs on a Sunday, but at that age I was just singing on a Sunday, you know. But as I got older, it really dawned on me the expectation and the responsibility of the persons who are to the front of the battlefield.
Yeah.
The worship leaders, worshipers, the dancers, the writers are there to the front.
Yeah.
It was an exciting experience, but also a very nerve-wracking experience. But and I'm grateful to have that foundation from such a young age.
Correct. Yeah. Are you more comfortable in that arena now?
I would say so.
Tell me why. Is it because you trust your gift more, or is it because your relationship with God grew? Like, or both?
I would say both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say both. I always tell people that I tell people I'm not a singer. Let hear me out. Hear me out, right? Hear me out. And again, that there's still that small level of comparison. So I would say compared to other big names, I'm still a bit.
I got you.
I am getting there.
Yeah.
I am more comfortable because I understand the responsibility and I hold it a lot more in high regard. So it's something that I respect way more. The respect that I even have for fellow worship leaders, it's extremely high.
Right.
So I would say that I'm more comfortable, but like everything, it's a process. It's a growth.
You talk a lot about the responsibility of worship. Like, what would you say is the biggest takeaway that you've had over the years when it comes to worship? It's something that you can probably share with other worship leaders who probably enter in space or in space.
As cliche as it may sound, worship is a lifestyle. I feel as though a lot of times when we're preparing for worship gigs Sunday morning, we do a lot of things that we don't normally do. During the week, you don't read the Bible, but Saturday night you read the Bible. You know,
Right.
or you're not listening to any sermon during the week, but you're spending that time listening to a sermon on Saturday.
Right.
Not saying that it's a bad thing. It's amazing that at least you're preparing your heart for that time. But worship is something that requires constant devotion, constant consecration, constant sacrifice.
Wow.
Because what you're doing is you're ushering people into God's throne room. To me, that's a huge responsibility because you are responsible for whether someone makes it into the throne room or not. I feel as though it's very easy to say that we're preparing our hearts before a service or before a gig, and it's not something that we do on a basis. If you're reading your Bible the day before, read it throughout the week,
Yeah.
all the weeks, all the months.
Yeah.
Let it be a habit that you develop so that when it is you're about to minister, you don't feel out of sorts, like a fish out of water.
Yeah.
Because you're not accustomed doing something.
And you don't have anything to pull from.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Because you could cram the word, but when it comes to actually lead people and share the word, it could vanish.
Yeah.
Or you can share it for one Sunday and next week Sunday this where they completely forget it
Yeah.
because it was crammed the day before.
Yeah.
So that has been a lesson that God has been teaching me actually recently.
Okay.
To let your habits flow on to the pulpit.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
so read the word, fast, pray, and spend time in that secret place so that when it's time to worship, you don't feel weird. Because it can feel really weird. You know?
Good.
Yeah.
Let's get it. When did you fall in love with Jesus?
At a very young age. A very, very young age. Um, I got baptized at the age of 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Grew
you
up in
just knew,
church and
but you knew that was
yeah, definitely.
there wasn't nobody forcing you to do it.
No, I actually, it was an impromptu baptism. We went to a sports day and they were baptizing persons. And I said, Pastor, I forget my first. And he asked me certain questions and I answered them and he was like, okay, you ready? So I was able to get baptized at the age of 8. And I started, I think my first real and tangible experience with God, I was about 10 or 11, thereabout. That was some of my greatest experiences coming in the shower. So I was in the shower and I was praying and I just started speaking in tongues.
Wow.
And
Wow.
my grandmother heard me and she came and she was like, you okay? I was like, yeah. At the time I didn't understand what was happening, but that was one of my first real experiences
Yeah.
with God, and I've loved him ever since, and he's loved me even before.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So you mentioned your granny. Tell me what your relationship was like with your granny.
She was my best friend.
Yeah.
She was my best friend. We shared the same birthday. For years. She's always say I'm her gift.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was we were really, really close. I would say really, really, really close. She was my best friend.
Did
Tell anybody that.
did she have a part to play in naming you?
Um,
Because you just said she said that you were her gift.
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I have to find out from my mom about that.
Okay.
But I think so. But she played a big part in covering my covering.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times we hear a praying grandmother. She was that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was definitely that. So in that regard, she definitely played a huge part in it.
That's lovely. So you said your grandmother was your best friend.
Yeah.
And recently you would have shared on the passing of your grandmother. How did that impact your life? Because you just said that she was your covering.
Yeah.
How did like what was that for you?
Um.
Because she was getting older.
Yeah.
Sh- Was her health deteriorating? That it's like you were able to prepare for it? Was it
Um. I would say yes. I was able to prepare for it, but I was in denial about it.
gotcha?
Yeah. I struggle with that separation from someone that I've known all my life. So I could have prepared for it, but honestly, I chose not to
Yeah.
because I wanted to believe God that
Okay.
she'll be healed and believe God
Okay.
that she would uh, return home because she was at the hospital at that time.
Oh.
And she would return home, and I pray and I fast, and my faith was
Yeah.
sky high.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was sky high, and people would come and share with me that their grandmothers at the hospital and they passed. And I was like, no, not my grandmother there.
Wow.
And it was heartbreaking to say the absolute least. It was really, really, it was heartbreaking. It shifted everything in my life. Everything.
Do you think God prepared you though? Now, when you look back, yes, you were in denial, but it's like
Yeah.
God always prepares us for the new season.
Just today, actually, I was thinking about it, and probably like a couple months before she would have passed, before I went to sleep, I feel like this heavy, this sadness, this
Wow.
kind of, I don't want to say
Grief?
depression, but yeah, a grief. But I again, I so didn't want to believe it. I was like, Lord, they used to call her Mama. Say, Lord, you would keep Mama. You promised her long life. And, I mean, he did.
He did.
The word
He
from
did.
Sir Score and 10,
Yeah.
and she went beyond that.
Yeah.
So she did get long life.
Yeah.
So I believe he was preparing me for it. He prepared my heart, and as much as it had hurt, I'm grateful that he did prepare me. I mean, now looking back at it, he did prepare me
Yeah.
for it.
So you said it shifted your whole life. In what way are you willing to share? That you say this experience shifted your life.
I would say in every aspect, physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I think for about 2 or 3 days after she passed, I didn't eat.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't eat at all. My mom would force me to eat. My aunt would try to force me to eat. My cousin, but I just wasn't at the place I wanted anything. I was uncomfortable, and it affected me spiritually because I mean I didn't question God, but I asked him some questions. I would never question his judgment. I was like, Lord, how come?
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say I strayed, but I was at a place where I was like, Lord, she was so faithful to you. She was the matriarch as a when it will when you look at it in the aspect of our family, she was the first saved person. When my mom got saved and I grew up in church, ultimately saved. So I was like, Lord, she was faithful to you for so many years. How could it how could this happen? I thought you would have kept on till your second coming.
Wow.
But I wouldn't dare question his decision.
He summoned you.
Because looking back at it, as much as I miss her, she's not in any more pain.
Good. Yeah.
Dancing with her Jesus. And I would say God would have turned that depression into a heart of gratitude.
Yeah.
I mean, grief is still there,
Of course. Of course.
and He alone knows how long can be for. But I really have a heart of gratitude. That's two things. One day I'll see her again, and the second thing being that she had the meeting before me.
Okay. No, that's
You
fine.
know, she absolutely
Yeah.
still loves her Jesus.
Yeah.
So I'm so happy for her. It was I would say a sense of relief because for years she was in pain.
Yeah.
She was in pain. She wasn't really mobile. So for years she was in a lot of pain. So there was no more pain for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no more pain for her.
Would you say that after she passed, and we're gonna hit on a couple of things here, but after she passed, did it propel your spiritual journey in some way? Like it felt like a stepping into someone new or who God has called you to be, because now you don't have that safety
Yeah.
around, right? You know, like, do you feel as though this is a push for you or it was a push for you?
I would say yeah. I would say yes. I would start off by saying that my uncle actually,
Wow.
he was kind of like a father figure. He passed in 2016. And at that age, I didn't really understand
Okay.
death. I didn't understand grief. I didn't understand these things. So the route that I took, it wasn't godly, you
Got
know?
you. Got you.
And when my mother passed, I told myself that I'm not going to go down
That
that road again.
got you.
I'm going to say, Lord, I trust you. As difficult as it is, as hard as it is to even lift my hands, Lord, I trust you. It propelled me in a way that my trust in Him was absolutely higher than it has ever been.
Yeah.
Because I trust that He was with her. I trust that she is with Him. And I trust and I know that He'll bring me through a season that I couldn't even see halfway through the season.
Right.
So it really built my trust on Him, my love for Him, and understanding His love for me.
Good.
Because that was actually something that He showed me in this season, that oftentimes it's not the fact that we aren't loved, but it's accepting the fact that we are. As So that was something that He showed me to understand that, hey, I love you.
Yeah.
Despite what season you're in,
Yeah.
despite the loss that you feel, despite the grief that you feel.
Yeah.
So it definitely lifted my trust in Him. And I was surprised, honestly.
It's good.
I was really, really shocked at the
Intimacy.
yeah. It's easy to not depend on Him when times are good. It's also easy to not depend on Him when times are bad.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you think, yeah, we can handle this. But it's that dependence on Him that is this is not my story. He has the author's pen. So it propelled me in ways I never realized.
After your family's passing, you did the encounter.
Yeah.
Was that your first solo event?
In terms of hosting, it was actually my third.
Okay.
My first event was in 2021.
Right.
In February, it was a virtual Richard night.
Okay.
With Brendan Best. My second event was 2024. I
Okay.
did it in August.
Mm-hmm.
At Lake City Church. It was actually a collaboration with Lake City Church. They have a night of worship on the last Sunday of every month. And I was like, hey, what do you think about us collabing?
Right.
And we were like, yeah. I always wanted to do another one. I never really got around to it. And I felt like that time was a perfect season
Yeah.
to have an introversion and really experience his presence.
Yeah. You actually gave a very powerful testimony in the encounter session, and I was so glad to even hear you talk about depression and these different things, like real things that we experience in grief or just the journey of coming to acceptance. As you know, this has happened, and you know, it's a part of life, and it's not the end of my journey still. You know, so it was good to hear that testimony. But now coming out of that encounter, I always tell you, or I feel as though, let me say it like this. I feel as though that that was a pivotal moment for you to step into all of who God has called you to be. So not just your grand new person, but it's like a whole shift of a mantle here. You know, Kai, it wasn't just a next event. You know? And you have sung with a number of prominent names, as you mentioned before. You have backed up, assisted, worshipped with a number of persons in the gospel fraternity, if that's what we call it.
Yeah.
You know, but this was your season. You know, it is definitely your season. And I want to know, like, how do you feel about, like, do you feel it's your season? And how do you see that? Like, how seriously are you taking that and that kind of thing? Like,
Yeah. Um, I would say that after every event, I spend time reflecting and listening to God's voice as to what the next step is.
right.
So I would say I'm still in that season
Okay.
where I want to be very careful
Mm-hmm.
in the next step that I take because encounter was such a move of God. I don't want to go for behind but back and say, yeah, let's do another
That's
ocean
it.
night. I always say substance over hype. It's always quality over quantity.
Yeah.
So I'm really in that season where I reflect, I pray, I think, and I seek his guidance as to what the next step is. So I would I believe yes it is a season that he would use me more than before.
Yeah.
But I want to be very, very careful in the steps that I take
Gotcha.
as it comes to this season,
Yeah.
and even the season ahead.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
So your name, God sent.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How can you feel about your name or the name that God has? How do you feel about that?
I always say that I mean, I'm not little, but it always blows my mind when God uses little old me
Gotcha.
to minister to persons. It's a mind blowing thing. It's something that up to this day I still cannot fathom.
Hmm.
To 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 see persons in that secret place when he uses me to worship,
That's good.
it actually makes me emotional
Gotcha.
because
Yeah.
I'm like, Lord, thank you for using me to minister to these people.
Mm-hmm.
It's leading worship is a very, very emotional thing to me. I feel to cry every time,
Mm-hmm.
but it's
Humbling.
yeah, it makes me very emotional when those times occur when I am God sent,
Yeah. Yeah.
it makes me very, very extremely emotional and extremely grateful
Yeah.
to God that again He uses little old me to minister to those who probably wanted to end their life before they came here and they leave wanting to live again.
Yeah.
I'm speaking about it and
Yeah.
I feel it because
Yeah.
it's something that's so real.
Yes.
A lot of things that people don't speak about and they just walk in like everything's okay. And the fact that God can use me, speak through me, or I can reach to a place where I bring that person into that secret places was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This has been my new favorite question, I'll be honest. Because everybody has a different story. Everybody has a different history.
Yeah.
And in this season of my life, I feel as though God is really showing me or helping me appreciate the differences in people, and even the different struggles
Yeah.
that people face.
Yeah.
I had to learn a core identity statement
Right.
for me because in my journey, I grew up not feeling loved for a lot of it. Like God really had to deal with me with
Right.
that.
Mhm.
What was the thing or the identity that God had to really correct in you because of your experiences or because of whatever you would have gone through? That God had to correct in you that really reinforced your identity as a son. So if you were to say an I am statement for your life, what would be the main highlights of it?
I am love.
Same thing.
The same thing. The exact same thing because I have actually never really spoken on this publicly, but I never really grew up with my dad that much.
Yeah.
So being a son is validation of a father is
Oh, yeah.
really important.
Yeah.
So even more so now that my uncle would have passed, he was that
Right.
father figure. So I kind of like lost my footing a bit, but that was really something that God had to deal within me.
Yeah, that's good.
That he had to rectify, that he had to change. And that's why I would have said what I said earlier.
Yeah.
It's not the fact that you're not loved, it's the fact that you're unable to accept
That's good.
love.
Mhm.
So it was something that took years for me, a lot of years,
Yeah.
a while, a good while. But looking back on it,
Gosh.
I can see in moments when it happened,
Oh yeah.
in moments where there was healing, in moments where there was breakthrough. Because a lot of times when something holds you back, whether you want to believe it or not, you can see it.
Yeah.
You can see when something is holding
Yeah.
you back. Even if you don't see it, the persons in your circles can see it. People looking from the outside into your circle can see it. And they can see that there's something.
Yeah, it's restricting.
There's something restricting you. So I believe when God would have freed me from that, freed me from the desire to be loved,
That's good.
and understanding that I am loved,
Yeah.
and most importantly, I'm loved by Him,
Yeah.
which was the
Always.
only thing
Yeah.
that matters.
Yeah.
Of course, it's amazing that we love of your mother, parents, and family, but the only thing that truly matters
That's good.
is being loved by Him.
Yeah.
So I would say I am loved.
Yeah. Does that identity help you deal with situations in your life today?
Definitely.
Like especially in like a job or where people may reject you or may not accept you.
It even changes the perspective of rejection. Rejection isn't always a negative thing. Sometimes a lot of times we hear things but we don't understand what it means that God closes one door to open another.
Gosh. Uh-huh.
But when it is, and it's just that concept by itself is so mind blowing
Yeah.
because oftentimes rejection can be protection.
Yeah.
But you don't see them.
Yeah.
we see that closed door as an opportunity shut. But what if there's about to something even better? And we can see it and we can hear these things until we actually experience.
That's it. Yeah.
Until we actually experience walking through that door where there's greater. Where we thought what was good was great, and then we received greater.
Yeah.
So it's something that blows my mind all the time, and understanding that rejection isn't always a bad thing. It can be pretty discouraging, and at the end of the day, we're all humans, and we all feel, and we all have emotions. But I think the perspective of it changes the outcome of the situation.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's good.
Uh,
If you were to leave something with the persons who are listening, what would you say to them?
what I would say is be obedient.
Woo.
Be obedient to the voice of God. And I think a lot of times when you're obedient, let me say this. A lot of times obedience can look different. Can look different in different scenarios. Because sometimes obedience could be a situation working out effortlessly. Sometimes obedience can be listening to his voice, but there can be a bit of a fight. You may have to fight with some things. You may need to have that level of determination. So I think the more you're obedient is the more familiar obedience looks to you.
Good.
So be obedient. Listen to his voice. Listen to his voice. A lot of times we do what we want and we call it God's thing. It's not.
Yeah.
So be obedient to his voice. Be obedient to his word because his voice never contradicts his word.
Jonathan, thank you.
It's my honor.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for being vulnerable and open with all of us. Like, we truly appreciate it. And we look forward to what is going to be coming out of you in future. I know I'm peeled. I'm locked in. I really am. Because I did see so much for you, and I'm so glad the seeking God's clarity
Yeah.
is there, that you're not rushing into it, because there's only safety when you're doing it with it. I'm really excited for what's to come for you.
And
Thank you again for coming. Guys, this is this episode of Zmari Talks. Oh, we didn't talk about something.
so
We have a song.
oh yeah, we do.
I forgot that.
We do. We do. Yeah.
So here's the backstory about this song, right?
Right.
I wrote this song
Uh-huh.
probably when I was like 17 or 18.
Really?
Yeah. And I was on the worship team at the time at my previous church. It's Faith Open Bible. I go to the Apostles Ministries now. And at that point in time, my mother was the worship team leader.
Right.
At that point in time, there weren't new songs
Right.
on the team, like self-written songs.
Yeah.
You sing songs from other persons and this type of thing. And this, I had written this song and it was just in my heart.
Right.
It actually sounded completely different from what it is now,
Wow.
right? But the words were basically the same, because this was something that I was echoing in my heart.
Yeah.
And I shared the song for them there. And, I think that was the first time I was able to see, oh, this actually is something. This song has value, it has meaning, and other people resonate with it.
Yeah.
So this is actually a very special song for me, because I think this is the desire for my heart, like for my lifetime.
That's good.
And you would understand why, because you know what this song is about.
Yeah.
But when you heard the song and when you got the song, what was it like for you getting the song and then adding your own
Yeah.
vulnerability and experience it? Like, what was it for you?
I would say that it was a timely song.
Really?
Yeah, it was really, really timely. I feel like his season that I was in,
Wow.
and needed to understand that covering. Wow, trying to say without
Yeah, yeah,
saying
yeah.
too much.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it was important to understand that
Wow.
covering. Again, understand that love,
Yeah.
that ability to accept delay.
Yeah.
It was a very, very tiny, so because I think it was since 2023,
Yeah.
2024 thereabout. So it was very, very time. I'm so grateful to be a part.
Oh gosh.
It's amazing.
I'm so glad that you're a part of it because what you've added and what you brought it is so cute. And it's like I think when I was talking to Daniel about it, I told him, I don't know who to ask for this. At first I actually wanted somebody to rap,
Really?
and that is actually how we reached out to you because he showed me a little clip of you doing some kind of thing. And then you just took this entire approach. But I appreciated it even more because I am being vulnerable with my journey in the beginning. And then you came and you kind of shared your own vulnerability with it. And it is about love. And it is about God's love and in us recognizing God's love, but also saying that I wanna follow after you
Yeah.
in this way now.
Yeah.
And
That obedience.
that
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
But if I look back even at my life, it's like as I grow older, I get more mature, that is everything that we are called to do.
Yeah.
Is to be more like him
Yeah.
and to be able to reflect him in a way
Yeah.
that is pure, that is loving, that is compassionate, that is merciful, and I think this is what I want people to get from it.
Yeah.
That's what I want them to take away from it. And everything that I'm talking about is like I really want people to understand God loves you,
Yeah.
and there's safety here. There's safety in this connection that you have with him and this relationship that you have with him.
Yeah.
What do you want people to take away from his song?
To know that you are loved, to know that you belong, and that the safest place you can be is in the hand of God.
Oh yeah.
Safest, safest place. The word says that He's our refuge, is our hiding place. If we looked at the concept of a divine refuge, so safe haven is always available. So these are things, and he's actively protecting.
That's good.
That's the concept of a divine refuge,
Yeah.
because he's always available.
Yeah.
The word says that he's our help in time of need.
Mm-hmm.
He's our safe haven, that structure that can't be shaken,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
That's good.
active protection.
That's good. Mm-hmm.
So I think that it's a song where persons can understand that God is a refuge, that He is a safe place that you can hide, and He's someone who truly, truly loves you
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just letting y'all know that Jonathan showed out. I pushed him. He showed out.
Yeah.
Right? I can't wait for y'all to hear it. I'm very excited about it. But I'm like, I just love everything that you did on this song. Like, truly, truly, truly. Like, apart from all the other things, the guy to sing. Okay? Great. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. Y'all know what we say here. Be bold and unapologetic in your God-given identity so that you can grow, and that you can be brilliant in who God has called you to be on the earth. We love you and we can't wait for the next episode with whoever's going to be here. See you next time. Bye.